We'll start out lying down today, friends, so get comfortable on your back. Give yourself some time, eyes closed, just breathing through your nose, just to settle in and let your body soften and melt down toward the earth. Enjoy deep breaths into your chest and your ribs. I feel that each inhale fills all the available space, creating new space in your rib cage. And the exhales clean out all that available air and start afresh with each breath. Allow your chest to feel broad here, really allowing your shoulder blades to smoosh down. And take some time just lying here, just being still, connecting with your breath and connecting with this moment, just being in it. Notice your breath. Notice sensations in your body. And even notice your thoughts. Without getting taken for a ride, just notice. Okay, from here we'll start to move. See if you could just keep that long, slow breath, staying in the moment, okay, paying attention. And we'll start to move with arms reaching overhead. So make yourself super long here. Big breath in. Then with your exhale, pull your knees in by your chest. Grab your hands for your shins and curl yourself into a tiny ball. Think forehead to shins, although it doesn't matter how close they get. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach long, stretch. Exhale, curl yourself into a tiny ball. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tiny ball. Maybe 3 more, nice and slow. Extending your spine long and neutral, and then curling it up into a flexed, rounded spine. 2 more, nice and slow. Last one. Okay, this time when you curl into a little ball, hold it right there and stay in this little tiny yoga ball. Hold here, breathe. If you need to drop your head, you just drop your head and you keep your knees. But if all is well, keep your neck long and maybe reach your hands past your feet. Feel that belly button pulling down to the ground. So strong in your belly, strong in your core. Just activating that core allows the low back to release. Let's take one more big breath here. And then unroll your back onto the floor. Okay, we're gonna get fingertips by ears here and get a little bit more into your core and your abs. Okay, just warming things up from the inside. So if it's all right with your neck, go ahead and peel your head and shoulders up off the ground. And then point your right leg at the front of the space that you're in and your left foot up. And then switch sides. Right foot points up, left foot points forward. And they're hovering legs, they don't touch the ground. And then we'll keep switching. Try to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, switching side to side. So if you need a break here, you're going to bend your knees. You can just bend them and keep them nice and soft. You can also drop your head, and those will make it a little more easy. Okay, if everything's going great, 3 more breaths on each side. Two more. Keep that belly button pulling down to the ground. Okay, always strong in the belly. Last one on each side. Okay, let that go. Whew. Roll your body all the way back down. Okay, you can grab your knees, pull them in, and give your low back a nice roll out. So taking your knees in opposite circles. Roll that low back around on the floor. And reverse those hip circles. Okay, bring the knees back in, pause. You can tuck your hands behind your knees here. Let's take a few rocks and rolls. So rock yourself up, see if you could balance to a boat, maybe with the help of your tippy toes, and then roll yourself down. Take it a few times. Rock it up, balance, roll it down. Control, rock it up, strong belly button to spine, roll it down. 3 more times. Okay, it's okay if your rocks and rolls feel kind of silly, just embrace it. 2 more. 1 more. Come on up and balance, okay? In your boat pose. So your boat pose can have bent knees, it can have your toes on the ground, and you can even grab behind your knees. But no matter where you are, make sure your spine is long and tall and you're leaning back just enough to engage those abs. Your thighs and your spine make about a right angle. Breathe here. We're going to twist from here. So if you can take your hands off of your knees, put them together, and then twist over to the right, looking over the right shoulder. See if you can tap the floor with your fingertips on the right. Whew. Let's bring it back to center. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, look to the left. Tap the floor with your fingertips on the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Keep it going, center and to the left. So now we're really twisting and wringing out your spine, waking up your whole torso. So if you want more challenge, you straighten your legs. If you need less, you bend your legs. 3 more on each side. Two more. Keep the spine long. 1 more on each side. Let it go here. Drop your feet. Okay, I'm going to transition to hands and knees. Go ahead and point your knees to one side. Flip it over. From here, let's get right up into downward facing dog. Toes tuck, lift the knees and the hips, and find your downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here. Walk it out. Pedal it out. All right, notice the backs of the legs. See if you could put some engagement between the two between the two elbows so that the shoulders slide down your back. And see if you could engage the kneecaps to lift the knees, maybe even bending the knees slightly if it helps you have a longer spine. Okay, so if you notice the spine rounding, just bend your knees. First down dog, we can be nice and loose with it. So from here, I'd like to flow and play with you guys a little bit. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and lift your right leg up in the air. Take a big breath in. Exhale here, send that right foot forward and drop it outside your right hand. Big breath in here, reaching up to the ceiling. Okay, and a big crescent lunge. Now I want to twist this. Big exhale here, twist open to the right. Look over that right shoulder. Look behind you. So remember, you can sink low. You can even drop that left knee if you need a break here. And then we're bringing it back to center. Big breath in, looking forward. Now check this out. With your exhale, lean your body weight forward and step the left foot forward to a low squat, a chair pose. Take some time here. Okay, pull that belly button into your spine. Pull the knees inward. See if you could lengthen your neck. Looking up at your hands. Maybe one more big breath in here in your chair squat. And then let it go. You can fold, drop your hands to the mat, lift those hips. Inhale here, step yourself back to a plank. And with your exhale, lower yourself down. Think of dropping the knees if you need a little more gentleness here. Okay, inhale, little cobra, pull back on your hands, lift and peel your heart up and open. And then exhale here, bring it up and back to a downward facing dog. Just gonna play a little bit and do the other side, but take a little walk out here in your down dog. Okay, feel your hands and feet pushing the floor away from you, elbows in, long neck. Okay, and as you're ready, here we go. Inhaling left leg up into the sky. With your exhale, send that left foot forward, plant it outside your left hand, and then come up into a crescent lunge. All hands up, big breath in. Okay, remember you can drop the back knee if you need to. And then we're turning this into a twist. So exhale here, look out to the left, over that left shoulder. Drop nice and low. Inhale, bring it back to that crescent lunge. And exhale here, step it forward to a chair squat. Okay, you can have your feet wide, but pull those knees in, pull the belly back, and breathe. Okay, letting the legs get warm. You can always lift your hips or drop them a little lower for the last breath. All right, let it go here. Drop your hands and fold. Nice relief after that chair squat. Inhale here, step it back to a plank. Remember, you can use your knees. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Inhale here, find a cobra. Pull that heart up as you point the tailbone down. With your exhale here, tuck your toes. Come on up and back, downward facing dog. Walk it out here, take a moment. Kind of want to build on that little sequence. Build a little flow. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take what we just did and build on top of it and add something. Inhaling here, get that right leg up in the air. Exhale, right foot forward, planted outside the right hand. Inhaling here, find your crescent lunge. Okay, come on up. Keep your legs strong, pushing the floor. Exhale here, twist, look out to the right, look behind you. And then inhale right back to that crescent lunge, facing forward. Exhale here, step the back foot forward, find a chair squat. Inhale here, send that right leg up in the air. You're gonna stand up tall on the left leg. All right, so the right leg is up in the air. Now, we're gonna send that right toe back, leaning forward until you can come up into a warrior 3, okay? And if you, like me, just ran into the wall, you're gonna have to back it up a little bit. So breathe here. Warrior 3. You have your hips and shoulders level with the mat. You can put your fingers down or you can use the wall, okay? Take some time just breathing in Warrior 3, just being here. Reach your hands out, reach your right leg out strong and long. You can bend the left knee more and you can extend the left knee more, but remember to keep the left leg strong no matter what. One more big breath here in Warrior 3. Strengthening your back body, strengthening that left leg. And then let it go. Drop your hands to the ground under your face. We're gonna drop that right toe out behind. Inhaling here, send that left leg up in the sky. And exhale here, send it back down, downward facing dog. Take a moment, walk it out. And let's keep moving. Take a little vinyasa in between before we go to the next side. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhaling, hop or step to your hands and fold. On your inhale, push into your heels, roll yourself up. Really strong legs, push into the earth. Heart reaches up, maybe a teeny tiny back bend. And exhale here, hinging at your hips, roll it all the way down. On your inhale, come halfway up. Put weight in your pinkies, in your fingers and your toes. Look forward. And with your exhale, big fold. Hug your legs, bend your knees. Palms are down here. With your inhale, you can hop it or step it back to plank. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale for cobra, tailbone down, heart pulls up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out here, shake it out, downward facing. Okay, ready to do the other side? We'll add something else onto our flow. Inhaling here, get your left leg in the air. Exhaling here, left foot forward, drop it outside your left hand. Inhaling here, crescent lunge, sweep your arms up, big breath in, strong legs. Exhaling, twist out to the left, look behind you. You can drop lower in the hips or lift higher. Inhaling back to center, all hands up. Exhaling here, step the back foot forward, find a chair squat. Drop the hips nice and low. Okay, big breath in here. Press into that right leg and come up with the left knee, okay? Folding into warrior three. Big exhale as you send that left foot behind you, hinging at your hips, coming into warrior three. You can do what you like with your arms. Forward, to the side, back, on the floor, okay? But make it work. Breathe. Send the left leg out strong and long. Hips and shoulders level with the mat. Shoulders strong. Right leg strong. Let your body get warm here. How about one more big breath in here? Warrior three. Then let it go. Fingers down under your shoulders. Drop that left toe behind you. Coming up with a three-leg dog. Right leg up in the air. And exhale. Right foot down. Back to downward facing dog. Walk it out. Okay, let's add another step onto that flow. But first, we'll take a little vinyasa. Inhaling here, heart forward. Find a plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands. Big fold here. Push into your heels. Roll it up on your inhale. Lift your heart. Roll the spine up and open. Maybe a little tiny back bend. And exhale, hinging at your hips. Come all the way down. Halfway up on your inhale, put weight in your toes. And a big fold on your exhale. Hug your legs. Palms are down. Back to plank. You can hop it or step it on your inhale. And exhale. Hover yourself all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Maybe lifting your thighs for upward facing dog, if that's okay with your back. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Walk it out here. Shake it out. Notice the backs of the legs, the shoulders. Okay, adding on to our flow. Remember to take breaks if you need them, to always modify. Just take my practice here as suggestions. Here goes, inhaling right leg up in the sky. Exhale, right foot forward outside the right hand, just like before. Inhale, crescent lunge, all hands up. Strong legs. Exhaling, twist to the right, look behind you. Inhale, back to the crescent lunge, looking forward. Exhale, step the back foot forward, chair squat. Okay, inhale, right leg up in the air as you stand up tall. Exhaling here, warrior three. Okay, now I just want you to keep going, keep breathing. Allow your fingers to come all the way to the floor underneath your shoulders and walk back toward your left foot and hold here in a standing split and breathe. You can bend the left knee more if you need to, and you can walk your hands away from your left foot if you need to. But since we'll spend a bit more time here, just think of walking your hands nice and close to your left foot as much as that you can. And strengthening the right leg, maybe lifting the right foot an inch more. Breathe here. Let the head hang. All right, maybe one more big breath here in your standing split. And then we're letting it go. We'll drop the right foot to the floor back there. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky for a three-leg dog. And exhale here, left foot down, downward facing dog. Okay. Now let's take a little vinyasa break. Inhaling, heart forward to a plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. Push into your legs, roll it up as you inhale. Push down into those heels, lift your heart, maybe a teensy back bend. And exhale, hinge it all the way down. Halfway up on your inhale, unroll your spine. And a really big fold on your exhale, big hug for your legs. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to your cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out here. Okay, hopefully notice the posture kind of opening up a little bit in the legs, the shoulders, elbows in. Shoulders soft. Okay, let's do the other side. You ready? Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale, left foot forward, drop it outside your left hand. Inhaling, crescent lunge, all hands up. Lift that heart, just like before. Exhaling, twist it over to the left. Look behind you. Inhale, back to that crescent lunge, all hands up. Exhale, step the back foot forward into a chair squat. Inhale, stand up, press down into the right foot, lift up the left. And exhale here into your warrior three. But this time, keep going and allow your hands to come all the way down underneath your shoulders. The left leg up in the air. And hold and breathe here in your standing split. Okay, now you can use fingertips, but try to maybe bend the right knee enough that you can at least get your fingers down. And remember, you can bend the right knee a lot, but try to extend the left leg a lot. I'll take a few more breaths here, so allow your head to hang. Maybe one more big breath here in your standing split. Allow that left toe to come down to the ground behind you. Hands back underneath your shoulders. And let's bring that right leg up to a 3-leg dog. Big breath in, right leg up in the air. And exhale, bring it down, downward facing dog. Okay, here's just a couple breaths here, just to walk that out. And then let's take one more little vinyasa here just to keep things moving. Inhaling, heart forward to a plank. Exhale, hop or step to your hands and fold. Roll it up on your inhale, push into your heels. Lift that heart. Teensy back bend here. And exhale all the way down. Halfway up, inhale. And a big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down. Inhale back to plank. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Pull back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take some time here in downward facing dog. Maybe 5 or 6 breaths. I like to think of sucking up the center of each palm, like it could be more of a suction cup kind of feeling, and the center of each foot. The arches of the palm and the foot were like suction cups on the ground. Almost a line of energy pulling up through each limb. Maybe one more big breath here. In downward facing dog, really enjoying all the intricacies of this fantastic posture. Okay, then as you're ready, we'll come sideways on the mat. So step 1 foot forward and walk your hands over to the side so that you're sideways, whichever one is more convenient for you in your space right now. Hands under shoulders, and arrange yourself so that you feel quite table-like. So your feet are wide enough that your hips can be more or less level with your shoulders. And you can do fingertips here if you need to. But wherever you are, make sure your feet are slightly pigeon-toed and they point out in the same direction as your fingers. And then you'll just kind of bend into one knee, moving your hips to that side. And then bend into the other knee, moving your hips to that side. Side to side like this. Okay, notice when your knees bend, make sure they point out at your toes rather than inward. Just keep the knees safe, please. Okay, also move your hips back and to the side, not just to the side. Back and to the side. All right, now turn your heels inward here. Take a pause back at center. Turn the heels inward. Bend those knees. And let's get one hand on each knee. Go ahead and press yourself up to a horse pose. Okay, so take your time. We're in supported horse. So your knees are bent. We want the hips nice and low. And then really turn your toes out away from each other, almost ridiculously. Okay, and then when you feel pretty good about that, you can reach your hands up overhead and find yourself in a horse pose. Now hold and breathe. Pull that belly button inward. Point your tailbone at the center of the earth and breathe. And we'll just take a few more breaths here. I know it's a big challenge for the legs, but think of pushing down through the heels and lengthening that neck. 2 more breaths. You can always lift up higher with your hips if you need to. 1 more breath. Really getting the legs warm. As you're ready to come out, bring your hands back to your hips. Okay, push on your legs. Make your spine nice and long. Take a big breath in. Okay, big exhale. Go ahead and drop that right shoulder. Look over your left. Twist your spine. Bring it back to center. Long spine as you inhale. Push those knees back with your hands. And then exhale, looking over the other shoulder. Drop that left shoulder. Let's take a few more. Come through center on the inhale. And then drop a shoulder on the exhale, just side to side. Nice and slow. A good massage for your spine. Great stretch for the insides of your legs. All right, when we twist like this, we might recalibrate the spine. You might get some pops, and that's okay. As long as it's good, as long as it feels good. Maybe one more on each side. Okay, and then bring it back through center. Go ahead and shimmy your feet in toward each other, but keep those knees, keep the toes and knees pointed out until the feet are about a little more than hip width. And then see if you can just drop it down into a squat from here. Okay, so in your squat, I want to play around with a little bit of arm balancing. So I'm going to turn sideways, but we're still in the same place. So we're both in this lovely squat. And you could keep your hands down, of course, but if you could pick them up, see if you could put palms together and gently press the knees apart. Make the spine long. Okay, so you could stay right here, just enjoying this squat today. If you want to keep your practice more low-key and gentle. But I just want to give you a fun option to play with, and that is crow. So if you want to start working on crow, you can start by putting your hands down under your shoulders. Spread those fingers wide, and then just hook your elbows underneath your knees so that your triceps and your shins are connected. And then you can practice putting weight into your hands or weight into your arms. You can pick up your toes, lean your head forward, and just come back. Just kind of rocking very gently. Okay. And you could keep it like this today if that's kind of where you are with crow. But if you're feeling pretty good about it, next time you come up on your tippy toes and you rock your head forward, start tiptoeing your big toes in toward each other, and then see if you could put them right together. At the same time, think of squeezing your elbows inward towards your shins and squeezing your shins in towards your elbows. And maybe you lift one toe up to point back at a time. One toe. Maybe one day, maybe today, maybe not. Maybe you lift all the toes. So no matter where you are in crow, just keep playing a little bit. Keep the arms strong, the elbows pulling inward. And if you have crow, then you'll just start counting seconds. You'll start playing a game with yourself. How many seconds can I hold crow? There's always something you can play with. Okay, maybe one more breath wherever you are, whether you're working on your tippy toes or flying in your crow. And then come on down. Just go ahead and drop to a seat. You can stretch out your legs. Okay, nice work. Arm balancing in crow. Great for strengthening your upper body, giving you some core strength, back strength. Let's take the legs into a half straddle. So bend that left knee and pull the left foot in close to your hips so that the right leg goes out to the right, nice and long. Take your time. If this is difficult to sit up straight in this position, you can play around with putting a bend in the right knee, just kind of lifting the knee and seeing if that helps you sit up more easy in this posture. So from there, take your right hand to your left hip, your left arm up, and start lengthening into that left side. And breathe. With each inhale, think if you can reach a little bit longer through the left side without shortening your neck. With your exhale, see if you could ground a little bit more in the left hip. Keep breathing. Inhale, get long, especially neck. Exhale, ground that left hip. Keep breathing. Okay, options. You can stay like this. You can also support your upper body by putting your right elbow on your right knee or on your right thigh. Right elbow to the floor is also nice. Okay, you can cactus the top arm and think of peeling your chest open and looking up. Okay, and if all is going well, you might even reach the right hand to grab the left thigh and reach the left hand for the right foot. But make sure to ground that left hip and keep your neck long. Maybe one more big breath here. As you're ready, use your left fingers to press yourself back up. Okay, grab this left knee and just pull it up. Hug that left leg close to you. You can use the right arm to hold it. And we'll turn this into a twist. Left fingers behind you. Look over that left shoulder. Close your eyes here, hold and breathe. Long spine, inhale. Strong belly, exhale. Okay, as you're ready, untwist here. Great stretch for the whole back of the rib cage. Okay, let's drop that left knee to the ground. Push it down. And then take your left hand over to the left. Think of lining it up with your left knee and your right foot. And then press on up to supported side plank. Come on in. Okay, make sure that left knee is under your left hip. And you can think about reaching that right hand up and over to the left. Big stretch for the right side. And hold and breathe here. Think of expanding the right side. You want to keep the belly button strong into your spine so that the low back is safe. Okay, and I'll give you kind of a funky option here if you want to play. You could stay here, or you could lift the right leg. Keep the belly strong as you bend that right knee and point the right toe at the back of your head. So you could stay there today, or you could reach the right hand back for the right foot. You can grab the top of the ankle. Okay, remember strong belly, but you can push that right foot away from you if you like. You've got to keep the hips and shoulders level and the strong belly. Great stretch for the right shoulder and the right hip flexor. How about one more big breath here, wherever you are with this funky bind. And then come out slowly the way you came in. Have a seat. Go ahead and spiral back to the floor. And we'll switch sides. Okay, let's bring the right foot in to be the bent leg foot. And the left leg out to the left in a half straddle, okay? Remember, if it's hard to sit up straight or if it's hard to extend the left knee, you don't have to. You can bend the left knee and the posture is more gentle. So keep that in mind. Left hand crosses to right hip, right arm up. Okay, lengthening that right side, push down into the right hip. Each inhale makes that right side longer. Each exhale, push the floor with the right hip. And let's take a few breaths here. Each inhale bringing length to that neck. Each exhale grounding that right hip. Allow the right side to open up. Okay, remember your options here. You can take left elbow to left thigh. You can take it to the floor. You can open up that top arm. Okay, so you're just kind of experimenting with what feels best. Or you can take left hand to right thigh and right hand to left toes. But wherever you are, long neck, heavy hip. When you're ready to come out, use the right fingers to press yourself up. Oh, what a great side stretch. And let's bring that right knee up and in. Hug it with your left arm. And we can twist here, looking over the right shoulder. Right fingers behind you. Long spine, inhale. Ground into the hips, exhale. Remember to use your breath when you're twisting. Okay, we're cooling down here. We're kind of bringing equilibrium back to your system after the heat and the movement and the activity of your practice. As you're ready to untwist, allow that right knee to fall back to the floor. Let's take the right hand over to the right, in line with the right knee and the left foot. Set yourself up for supported side plank and come on up. Take some time. Okay, remember to actively push the floor down with the right side. And here the left side can be very long. A nice stretch. Big breath here. So we can stay with this side stretch and just enjoy this. So feel free to stay here. You can also play with the funky bind, lifting that left leg. Okay, keep the belly strong. Bend that left knee, point the toes at the back of your head. Left hand can look for left ankle, and then you bind. Okay, keep the hips and shoulders stacked and keep that belly in as you push the left foot back. Okay, make sure it feels good and it never hurts. Breathe. Really nice opening for the left shoulder and the left hip. One more big breath here. Wherever you are. I'm going to come out the same way you came in, nice and slow. Go ahead and sit yourself back on the floor. Okay, let's take both feet out in front here, both knees bent. Let's put the feet together. And you can place your feet wherever is most comfortable. Okay, I like to make them so that they're just far enough away from me that my legs angles make a very square shape. So that's what I look for. Okay, but feel free to adjust on your own. And then drop your fingers beside you. Just make your spine long. And think of pressing those sitting bones into the floor as you lengthen your heart forward. And hold and breathe. Long spine inhale, just like before. Hips press into the floor on your exhale. You can think of walking your fingers forward. Give yourself time here. Maybe even coming to your elbows. Long spine inhale. Pressing hip bones into the floor, exhale. Let time do the work for you here. You just use your breath. And eventually you might find that your head comes to rest on your feet, although there's no reason to rush toward it. Long spine inhale. Heavy hips, exhale. Breathe extra space into your low back, the backs of your legs. As you're ready, start walking yourself up and out of this nice restorative posture. What a great place to end a practice. And then go ahead and roll yourself all the way back to the floor. Come on down. You can stretch yourself out into your resting posture. Deep breaths in and out. Allow the breath to soften into very effortless, free breath that you're not controlling anymore. Allow your body to do the same, soft and effortless, free. Take some time really diving into noticing the sounds of your breath and the sensations in your body here. Paying attention. Notice what it feels like to be present right now. Pay attention. Breathing in. Notice this moment. Breathing out. Wonderful moment. Please keep resting just like this for as long as you can. The longer the better. Thanks so much for practicing with me.